Matthew 2:9. Hoide accusantes tu basileos eparuthesan, kai idu ha aster han edan inte anatale praegen autus heos elthon estathe epano hu ein ta paidian. Remember, right before this, King Herod has deceptively told the Magi, go find the child and then let me know so that I can come and worship him. And they, notice how we have back and forth the hoi, the ha. The hoi is basically standing in for autoi. And they, after they listened to the king, right after they heard the king's request, notice how the verb akuo takes a genitive object, as it often does. And this right here is just an aorist active participle. It's nominative masculine plural, referring to the Magi, and we're translating it temporally. And the hoi here is the subject of eparuthesan, right? And they, after they heard the king, after they heard the king's request, they went on their way. They proceeded. Notice that's from paruomai. Even though we have an augment and a theta, we're not going to, in the end, parse it as passive, right? We say in form, it's an aorist passive indicative, third person plural, but it's a medial passive because the lexical form is paruomai. So it's a passive form conveying a middle idea from the very common verb of motion, paruomai. They went, and behold, the star which they saw in the east, right, in the rising of the sun, in the east, was going before them, or possibly even was leading them until, and here we have a verb, indicative verb, here we have a participle. We're going to translate the participle as a participle of attendant circumstances and add in the word and. It's just alongside this indicative verb. Until it came and stood over where the child was. Now that estathe, I feel like we need to say something about that. It's a little tricky, isn't it? Whenever you see a sta or a stay and you don't know what it's from, yes, it's from histemi. Histemi meaning to stand. We see this epsilon, we see this theta. Remember the theta? We haven't said this for a while, but theta is like an easy chair oftentimes. Somebody kicking back, feeling passive. And in form, this is an aorist passive indicative third person singular. But it's a medial passive, isn't it? It's conveying a middle idea. Standing is inherently a middle idea, and so even though the form is passive, conveys a middle idea. Until, it's referring to the star here, until it came and stood over where the child was.